There we go. Part 3 of this tutorial is now underway. Good shit. Last part was at the end of Decatry. I'm not obviously going to record the entire cutscene. You just mash text basically. But after the cutscene, this is where it starts again. So when this, I'm gonna make a save state. When you get out of here, here's a small thing. Most people, you will just go straight forward and talk to Mido like this. But take a look at how long time it takes for him to walk until, like, from you when you close the text box until he walks all the way to the left. And you get control of a link. That was a long time, right? That was a long time. Now take a look at it if I'm doing it over here. That was even a longer time. And finally, take a look at here. This is where you want to talk to him. Make him go to the left. That is the fastest. He disappears faster if you talk to him on the left side, so please do that. That's it. And after this, you want to line up right between, basically right between the second pillar where you grab the blue rupee in the beginning of the run and the fence here. You see where Link's head is, right between. I usually aim for right just there. That's where I aim. Get my angle. So just you can. I'm gonna show you. You can do. I'm gonna make it another save state. I think the absolute fastest way to do this is that you roll here, and then you do another roll, and then you actually turn around and do a backflip. But that can happen, which is what I don't like. This is why I don't do it. Like, you can do it like this. You jump. And then keep walking. This is the fastest way to do it. It saves maybe 4 frames or so. But if you just jump here, land, turn around, and backflip, you're always gonna land in the water. So maybe you should take a step. Like, you kind of like have to almost take a step forward and then do it. I just feel it's too annoying to do it, so I just jump. And then I turn around. It's just a small detail, but then you just backwalk all the way. You can get stuck on her, like this, but it's pretty rare. And all you have to do is just let go and just sidewalk and just keep backwalking. And since I do not know how to skip cutscenes here, and I'm not too familiar with the how to skip a cutscene like this, and I don't have a save state for after this cutscene. So we're just gonna. You can either listen to me talk about an ESS adapter. I'm gonna recommend you an ESS adapter. Or you can just skip to when this cutscene has ended in the video. I do recommend you, if you're serious or somewhat serious about wanna do glitchless, or we want to learn more, buy an electromodder ESS adapter. I think the website is electromodder.co.uk. And if you already have that adapter, I recommend that when you use the mapping setting on it, I recommend that you use EM mapping, not RAFnet 1.0 or RAFnet 2.0 or whatever is on there. Use EM mapping. So now when we get out here, this is very simple. 4 rolls, I like to hold target. And 2 side hops right there. There's nothing else to it. You can just also just don't hold target and just go over the stump and just do 2 side hops. Really doesn't matter, just... You don't have to do this super fast anyway, because you need time to pass anyway. And as always, when you talk to the owl, second option, always, to escape the conversation. And here, if you get this, after you want to line up between the sign and the tree here. I always go for the tree. So I always do a couple of rolls. And I just go for right in between right there. And I just backwalk all the way. And when I know how to turn around, I'm actually looking at the minimap. I'm looking at... How do I... You can do this. I'm just gonna make a save state. You can do this, inverted camera. Like I just is. You can rewind the video and just see what I did. Like that. And you don't have to like look at the meme. You can tell when you're close to the bridge. But if you don't know, just gonna. If you don't like, it's just annoying to do it, but I think it's fun. If you don't know, I'm gonna make a save state. I usually look at right here when this yellow part, like the bottom of the triangle, covers this part. Like right there. That's when I turn around. So like right there, that's when I turn around. I'm like, I'm here. And of course, it doesn't matter which side you go to, but I always side hop up here. Grab rupees. The first one I always curve, and the second one just go in. And you want to go inside before nighttime. You have to go inside before nighttime. If you don't, you should reset. Unless it's maybe your first run ever. It doesn't really matter, but get in before nighttime. And try to avoid taking damage. It doesn't really matter. Actually, it doesn't matter. If you take damage on the falling down on the bridge or not. Does not matter. So when you get inside here, I hold kind of like left and slightly up to do a roll. And then just put me right at the door and just mash A. And there's a couple of ways you can do this. You don't have to do it perfectly, but I always go for a roll forward and then up right to break the box. And then I just target and do a quick jump slash. And then I just target the wall right here. Backwalk. So I get past this box. Side hop and just backwalk all the way to the door. That is the fastest way to do this. And I just take, you don't have to take out sticker, it does not matter. I'm just doing it because it's fun. So, if you see me do that, like, it's not, doesn't matter. You don't need any rupees from here anyway, as well. You don't need it. I guarantee you, you don't need any rupees from here, so just walk out. And then it's just down, left rolls. 3 of them. Here's a little bit tricky. After the second roll here, you have to like kind of space them out. Don't do these 2 first rolls too slow, because the next time you're gonna roll, you're gonna talk to these guys. And it's really annoying. Just keep going. So do the first 2 rolls pretty fast. Third roll to get past. Then another one. And then you have to do another one before, otherwise you can actually accidentally talk to this woman as well. So the third one is a skip. 1, 4. Sometimes you accidentally roll like this, what I did right now. You get on the right side of her, just roll. You can roll here, in between them, without talking to them. But you generally just wanna make sure that you roll on this side of her, so you can just roll all the way to this door, because you need to get to the slingshot game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and enter. Up left roll, just smash, talk to him. And this minigame is consistent. It's exactly the same every single time. It doesn't matter if you fail it or not. And yes, you are okay with failing this one time. If you fail this one time, it's like maybe a 20-25 second time loss. But it's just a time loss. You have to pay another 20 rupees, which I will show you which rupee you should pick up. There's actually a red rupee in a box right outside this minigame building, but only at nighttime. So I'm gonna show you first. It's always the same. Make it a safe state. Always that one. Then it's I kind of want to show you right behind. See where the blue one is right now? I just want to show you the visual cue behind there. There's a black little visual cue right there. Actually, just do this. Where is it? Right here. This is where I aim. And for the right one, is always on the right side of this part. I mean, it's pretty easy. You know where they spawn. And then let me just show you full speed one time. So single blue, single blue, single green that is going up, blue, blue, red here, slow moving reds, and there's fast moving reds. And it's exactly the same all the time. I think it's easier to learn this by doing and get your own visual cue, but I know the timing very well on this. When they spawn and when I can let go. Sometimes I mess it up. And then after this, when you're done, hold down right before you, when you're mashing through this text, because if you don't, this will happen. You will get this slingshot back, and then you will just be here on this platform. Then you have to roll and walk a little bit to get to the exit. But if you hold down right, there's an item delay. So you can walk a little bit down the stairs before you grab the slingshot. And now we're here. So you do a roll and then open. So that's some a frame saver, like frame sabers again. So hold there. And then it's not actually the same down right, it's actually slightly more up. If you're looking at the input display. So if I do it full speed like this. And then just open the door. Then just get out of here. And now you wait for nighttime here. Now you want to wait for what nighttime. So hold target shield. This is something that is also kind of cool. Backflip, backflip, and then you press B. And that does so That does so you're entering the loading zone with 0 speed. So if I'm going back to the loading zone now, it's like almost instantly. You're very close to it. But if you're waiting for the nighttime and then roll like this, you will run far into the market, and then you have to run far away back. It actually wastes time to do it. Because you need time to pass anyway here in Hyrule Castle. So do those 2 side hops and then just press B, nothing else. And but if you did mess up Slingshot game, just run. Because you need to break this box, so you can just do that. You can just hold left and roll. This is a small thing, like, oh, if you did mess up Slingshot minigame, just do this, grab those, and just go back. Now you're back on track again with the rupee route. But yeah, do that. Then walk back in, because we need to spawn Malon here. And when you get here, I don't care what you're doing, you can either do a jump slash like this, or you can swing your stick like this. I swing my stick like this, and then I roll. Because we want to kill the Skeltala in the tree here. So again, owl, text, second option always. Gonna make another save state. So just roll to the tree. Do that. Turn around. Stab. And what I like to do here is that I like to pick up the rock and actually drop it right as I picked it up. Actually, precisely for this reason. Because I want to pick up this one. Why? Because it doesn't lose time picking up this bullet seed for the first time now. But it does waste time later on, because in Jabu Jabu, for example, if you accidentally kill the bubbles that are bouncing around, they can actually drop Deku Seeds like this. And if you accidentally pick up a Deku Seed in Jabu Jabu, you're actually wasting time, because now you have to pick up Ruto again. Like, oh shit, I dropped Ruto, and now, Bullet Seed, and then I have to pick up Ruto again, and then I can still continue walking with her. So that is the actual reason why I pick up this rock here, because I want to have a possibility that I'm getting a Deku Seed drop. Just in the little case that, you know, it's just an incredibly tiny thing, but it's definitely worth it. So just do that, kill it, rock, do that. Sometimes you get a rupee, doesn't matter. Then you just roll over to Malon, talk to her. Get the egg, of course. And here you want to climb. I mean, you know how to climb it. Just go center vine and just go all the way up. It's nothing complicated. And here we do the next equip. I always do it on vines here. It's Ocarina over nuts and egg over stick. This is optimal. And then when you get over here, you just roll over. Some runners do this. They do this and then target. And this is pretty easy, to be honest. Like when you get here, just do a couple of like that rolls. Target left, and you get a perfect angle to do the jump slash over. You kind of aim for the left side of the road, or you aim for the road, I guess. But if you don't want to do that, just get over here. 1, 2, and then just... It's not a hard thing. And then you just line up the back walk with the stone wall over here. And again, I do a kind of similar thing. I look at the mini-map here. I know when to turn around to roll. I look at the middle of the yellow thing when it's like in the middle of that, like right there. This is when I roll. When the middle of the yellow is covering the wall part of the minimap, basically. Oh shit. So like this. Turn around, roll, and I'm exactly there. And then you take out slingshot. It doesn't matter if you hit this one or this one, but you can't stand here and do it. Because that one, if you do it again now, it won't spawn. You can stand here and shoot this one, but you can jump down and then shoot this one. This is to get another free rupee, free red rupee for the route. So you do that, and then you just hope for that red rupee to land in the water so you can grab it like this. It does actually happen sometimes that it gets stuck on the ledges. And you kind of like look at where it is, and you just go ahead and grab it. Nothing more special about it, and you might see me go here in my runs if you're familiar with me. I actually go over here to grab. You can also do this if you really have time for it. You don't have to. You can go over here and grab Decky Seed. Like they can drop here also. But you don't have to. The only reason, the actual only reason I go over and slash those bushes in this category is because I want to grab 69 rupees for the meme. So I always make sure that I have 64 here in the river. And then I go over here and I hope for a blue rupee. And then if I don't get a blue rupee, I just continue. You don't have to. You really don't have to. Don't do it. Like, make sure you get to Talon in time. Just grab the red rupee and just swim this way. And just climb here and just roll over. And just push this block. Obviously I'm a little bit slow here now. Doesn't really matter now what I'm showing you. But push this block all the way and then push, if you have time, push the block one more time here. Target him. And just use the egg to wake him up. Mash through the text. And this the camera angle that I just had, I'm gonna have to hold right now. There you go. And just push it right there. You don't have to push it further than this. This is very simple. Just press B mid-air at the peak of the jump. It's very lenient. You can do it late, like this. You can do it early. Okay, not that early. After the peak of the jump, basically. Whilst you're going down again. It's very lenient. And just go in. And now we are at the next part, guards. Woo! You're not gonna like this for a while. There are still runners who struggle with this a lot. I'm very consistent at them, but I still get caught from time to time. It's just something that will always happen. You will get caught. Again, this is what I said in part 1 in the beginning. Get used to timing your A presses instead of mashing like this. Get used to timing your side hops instead. And always when I get in here, some people do it differently, but I always hold down left. Slightly more down than down left. So I can roll up to the fence, and then I target the fence, and then I just hold left all the way. It's like this. The first guard you should always side hop past. The second guard you should also, I think, if you're experienced. So always do this. Because most of the time he doesn't see you. And here you can wait for him to look away. But this first one, by the way, I have to tell you, he can catch you, even if you're over here. And he can catch you, but it's mostly just bullshit RNG. And the second one, if you see here, right here, if you see it is already walking down there, when you're about to switch this, then you might want to like take it safe. But I never do it, but that's me. You don't have to do it as a beginner, of course. So let's go to the third one. Sometimes he can always be on his way. And this is the first hard one, the first hard guard that will give you trouble. Sometimes he can stand here and like look around and just look left for a long time, and then he looks your way and it's really annoying. Sometimes he can be walking. It's just, this is really an experience thing. You have to get used to how the cycles work. Even though it's basically RNG, you will get used to how to deal with every single situation. But here, for example, I'm waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here, actually, let me... So here, I see that this guard has already... I recommend that you're just doing this in the beginning. Line up. Line up your back. Not perfectly center here, but slightly off to the right. Because if you do a side hop like here, you can't start back walking. So do it right here instead. And just wait for the right guard to just go down all the way to the corner. Side hop and just back walk. Because he can't see you. Like, he actually can't see you. If you just stand here and just wait for him. Sometimes it will be bad RNG. Sometimes he will stand in the middle there of all this time. This is now quite scary because this left one, if he started walking earlier, like here, he would catch you right there. So if sometimes this right guard is slow, really slow, and the left one is really fast, you want to go over to this side instead. He is very slow here right now, but I'm going to show you. You want to go over here. Don't get too close to him and just wait and then just go. But if you want to go really ballsy, which I do not recommend until you are very, very comfortable and consistent with it, you can either go over here, which is what I like to do. I go to this wall, do a backflip, and then I just basically YOLO that guard and just doing frame perfect side hops all the way to the cutscene, to the loading zone here, to the other screen. Or you can roll, and go here. And do side hops. And of course, as I said, yes, you will get caught from time to time. But again, I do not recommend doing this YOLO at all. Because, I mean, this is 20 minutes into the run. you really want to mess up just to save a few more seconds. I am doing it because, I mean, I am at a certain level where I can do that, so... Really, just go for this. Just wait for the right guard to come down here. And if he is too slow and left guard is too fast, like this, just go on this side and just wait for him. And just... like that. And here, just backwalk to Zelda. Turn around. Roll and then just mash A to like talk to her. Like I usually do when I get to the stairs. Just talk to her. And I wonder, do I have... You know what? We don't have to watch this cutscene. We can do this. The only thing that I have to show you... The only thing I'm gonna show you is the backwalk angle, really. Like after you play after the cutscene, you talk to Impa and learn Zelda's Lullaby, and then you kinda start here somewhere, I guess, like this. I don't exactly remember, but you line up right there, so the right side of the bridge. Don't line up like in the middle of the bridge, because it will only... You will get stuck on the wall right over there. Right over here. And it will just take up too much time. So you really wanna like get an angle that is like towards the corner of where the stairs go up. AKA here. And then you just backwalk all the way to Kakariko. Nothing else to it. It's simple. So, let's go over to Coco's. Which is basically the last part that I'm gonna show you in this part. Sun Song is not much to go through, but you always start with picking up this one, and then you get an angle that is this just to the left of this wall, this corner. Backwalk. And I like to do this. When I see when I get past this wall, I like to count to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I turn around, walk a little bit, and cast. I throw the Coco towards the corner of these stairs, basically. And then I roll towards the box. And this is different. You can't just go here. See, the Coco isn't moving. As soon as it gets closer, then it starts running. So you can either do this, side hop up, and just continue to the next go, or you just do a just 1, 2, 3, walk up and just continue. But I like to do this. Most runners like to do this: 3 rolls and then a backflip up here, backwalk a little bit, and then get up here. Here you can do something different. Sometimes the Coco can be here over the stairs, and when it is, you just want to do this. And you go on this side. This is the fastest way. It really depends on where you pick up this Coco, but now that I'm picked it up here, I'm always going on the left side of the tower like this. And then I'm aiming I'm not going too far right here because it will make the Link jump, which doesn't really matter. You can just let go of the cocoa mid-air, like this. But you kind of just wanna glide down, like this. And then when I get over here, I kind of swing it around a little bit. So then I throw it straight out towards the same corner of the stairs. You can do it like this, but this is really difficult, in my opinion. I'll show you what it looks like if I do both cocos like that, and then I roll. Now they are way too far on the right side, as you can see. And they are going to be there on the right side of the cage because you want to do this. You want to throw them in. So, corner, corner. And that will make them push a little bit more to the left side. And you always when you're throwing a coco like this, you can manipulate it by going left, going right, because it always run away from you in the opposite direction. But if I stand here and I throw it like this, it will always take a few steps towards the same direction as when it landed after being thrown. So if I throw this coco this way, and even if I stand here, he's still gonna run towards me a little bit, and then he will turn around. See? So this is why throwing it towards the corner like this is better, in my opinion. Get up and then start back on the right side of the cocos because it's easier. It will manipulate them better towards this cage. And of course, it's always RNG how they are strutting around, so you have to pick them up like this. After this, 2 quick rolls. Walk past Anju, another roll. Or if you feel like the coco is really far away, this next coco, if he's like really close to these bushes over here, then I recommend you just start back walking like this and just do a roll to turn around to pick him up. And you don't want to do a roll too close to her, of course. So 2 quick rolls, walk past, and then another roll. On this backwalk, as soon as you hit the grass, you can count to 3. 1, 2, 3, turn around. And then make sure line up this jump. Or you can check the box on the left side when you see it in view. Oh, turn around. Either way works. I count. And always jump towards this corner. Flick left. Throw the coco. Jump down here. Pick this one up. And here, right here, you want to throw the coco towards the corner of the stone wall that is right on the other side there. You can also take a look at the fence. Like right here. You want to throw the coco on the left side of this corner. You could throw just go ahead and take a look at the box, I guess. Just aim it up, align with the box. It doesn't matter. As long as it's on the left side of the corner of the stone wall. Like this. Climb to exactly at this fence pole. Like this black line right here. And what you want to do, some people just do one roll and then they just run off like this. What I do is that in my first roll, I'm already finished holding up left towards ladder. Don't overdo it, otherwise it's gonna be like this. and you're gonna jump down. If you underdo it, you will fall way down. And if you do it too late, I mean, yes, you will get there, but I feel like if you have good angle and jump early enough, you will get as high as possible on the ladder and get up there. And then just grab this Coco. This is a really annoying Coco to pick up. And then I always let go of the Coco on the yellow mark right there. Turn around, pick up one Coco, throw it, slash it, pick up the last cookie, and just back walk towards the cage. And then just throw them in one by one. Now, here's the thing. This Coco is now very close to Anju. If you try to spam to pick it up, sometimes you accidentally talk to her instead. Especially if you're mistiming it. So what I recommend you to do, if both the Cocos are like in and her is in front of you, target the Coco and then pick it up, because you can't talk to her if you have this in target. And then I always run over to this little yellow spot right here before I talk to her to finish the thing. Also, another thing what you don't want to do is when you throw this last Coco into the cage, do not talk to her until this Coco has landed. Like, don't do this. Because of that. Oh, what the fuck? What happened? What? It's done. Hello. I can't, and then you can't talk to her anymore. This means you soft lock the shit. Because the Coco is registered to be like in the cage, but you talk to her too fast. But she's like, oh. And you can actually, I showed you in the first try there. So make sure that it lands and then talk to her. So you don't soft lock the reward that you're about to get. Yeah, after this, get a good backwalk angle towards the graveyard. And just go. Now we're done with that. And here's a cool thing that I think was found by Dotso. After I made a point where, this is really weird, because sometimes when you roll up here, just gonna make another save state when I get closer. Well, it doesn't really matter, but apparently, for some stupid reason, the trigger to play Zelda's Lullaby is much larger here as child, but only as child and only during daytime. Usually, you know, instinctively you go up here and you press Ocarina and you trigger it. Usually, right? But you can stand as far away as here and trigger it. You don't have to roll all the way up here to trigger it. You can stand here. You can stand over here. You can be over here. Like, it's insane. And it only is during daytime. As child. Like, it's stupid. So, what do we do? Or what do? I roll to the dark spot that is on my left side of Link. Right there. This is where I aim at my last roll, and then I play Zelda's Lullaby. You can maybe perhaps stand a little bit further away. No. Here. Yeah, it's very yeah. That's why I use this black spot. Right here. Yeah, because then I know for sure that I'm in the trigger zone. So like this. And then you just play the song. And this camera angle will be the same after this cutscene. So we will hold left. It will be the same camera angle when the cutscene ends. If you have the other camera turn around, or let's say you messed up playing the Ocarina, the song, then you cancel Ocarina and then you press Ocarina again, the camera will turn to the other side. So instead of holding left to run towards the hole, you have to hold right. So now I have to hold left, because that was the camera angle, you know, in the when I'm playing Zelda's Lullaby. Then you go in. For sure, you can do different things here if you want to, but the fastest and most consistent way for me is I quick draw a slingshot and do a roll at the same time, straight forward. Wait, stand still, shoot it, down. You can walk and shoot this one, but you can't do it with this one, because it will miss. Oh, oops. So roll, but you can do it with this one. And then that, I do that one, and then on the last one I just slash. And then I try to climb this ledge before the cutscene starts about opening the door. I don't know what the most casual thing would be, but I guess you could do this and just go. And then you could, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Just kill them as quickly as possible. Don't get too close to this first one, because he will start flying like this, and then you will miss him, and then you have to turn around. And as soon as this ends, flick left or right, it doesn't matter, and just side hop up twice, and then open the door. It's much faster than doing this. So just flick left or right, doesn't matter. I do right, because you want to side hop on this side. You actually want to side. You don't want to roll here, because if you roll here, you're most likely gonna get screamed at from the redeads, and it's slower. So do a roll down. You can just target the wall immediately. Here it's okay to actually spam side hops. I do, until I exit this last pool, and that's when I time my side hops all the way until the stairs, and then I mash again. But fastest is actually do a roll down, target. And then just learn the song. There's nothing else to it. This is a really fast song to play. I play it like this with a GameCube controller. You can see the input display as usual. And yes, I am very well aware that these tutorial videos are very long, but I am going through every little thing, because that's how I want to guide. I want to make sure that I guide you properly through everything that I have learned, experience stuff. So this is why these parts are so long, because you can like take a look at it one time and then you don't have to do it again. Then after this cutscene, backwalk. All the way until you get... It doesn't really matter, but I like to stop when it gets dark. And then I turn around, and same wall. Like this way, because it's faster. So backwalk. Turn around, you just backwalk, side hop all the way up. And then here you don't have a perfect angle here. You could just jump off and just roll up if you want to, if you don't give a fuck. But I like to target, turn around, and then backflip. You could just turn around and target backflip, but sometimes you accidentally don't target this wall, so you don't get a straight angle, and you get like an angle like this instead. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, oh, this is so annoying, blah, blah, blah. So I always do target, turn around, and then target backflip. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that... Actually, do I do that? I'm not really sure anymore. No, I actually turn around and just target backflip. Yep. And that's it. Just back all the way to the loading zone, and then we're on to the next part, which I will be uploading later. At some point. I mean, in a few days, next week. I don't know. Whenever I have time. So that's it for part 3. I'll see you next part. Good luck. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.